back. The fourth case of Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. The last case had something to do with Mithras, cult, and an archaeologist, and I think I came to the wrong conclusion and basically sentenced the wrong guy. So I promised to myself and to to pay more attention to the deductions here, because I'll try to solve cases by just one go. I don't want it to like I don't want to go back and repeat them if I'm not happy with the outcome. So yeah. Anyway, let's continue. Oh, by the way, same as last time, I just started the new case and saw the little intro where Holmes wakes up Watson, and that's about it. I didn't start do anything else besides that. Oh, alright.
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
So apparently there's a letter. Oh, just 1 second. Alright. There you go.
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
Okay, let's find the letter.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
There it is. Sherlock Holmes, Brackenstall.
A wax seal with the monogram E.B.
So I kinda wanna break the seal. Okay. Oh.
The Brackenstall family coat of arms. I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter.
Okay. My dear Mr. Holmes, I should be very glad of your immediate assistance in what promises to be a most remarkable case. It is something quite in your line. Except for releasing the lady, I will see that everything is kept exactly as I have found it, but I beg you not to lose an instant, because it is difficult to leave Sir Eustace there. Your faithfully, Inspector Lestrade. Okay, so he's calling me to check out some case.
So, what is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always. It appears to be a case of murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the E.B. monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning.
Alright, awesome. Investigate the murder at the Abbey Grange. So let's just go there. Oh wow.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She is in the morning room with her maid, Teresa Wright.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Hey, I'm gonna inspect the room where she's resting, but I first wanna inspect this room. Looks pretty awesome.
Sir Warthen Brackenstall. Lord Ramsay Brackenstall.
So these Brackenstall seem like a dynasty.
Lord George Brackenstall.
Oh, this guy.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
Lord Brigham Brackenstall.
Okay.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
Oh, I bet it's this one. Oh, crap. Sorry.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you...
Come on. Oh, no. It's this one. There it is.
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
So what happened last night?
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
So is something missing from the house?
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
Okay, so this lady doesn't seem to be lying. Fresh bruises. Australian origin. Oh, old bruises. So this is telling me she and her husband might have she might have been assaulted by her late husband or something. Pale cheeks. So, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be a happy marriage.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
Well, that's kind of... What about the bruises then?
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you? Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Your ladyship?
Alright, so I kind of feel for her. It sucks. Oh. Let's check out this picture. Scratches.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame.
Somebody moved it. Oh, it's a safe.
This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
Okay, but before that, I'm gonna talk to the maid. This is a really nice room, too. Okay, let me just talk to her.
Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
We'll just inspect her first. Maybe it will give me a clue on what kind of person she is. So she's got wrinkles. She seems kind of strict. Oh, what's caring. Coffee stain. So, check out her arms. Apparently she has working arms. Yeah, working hands. Alright, so she seems like a hard-working woman. Let's see what
As I
she has
sat
to
by
say.
my bedroom window, I saw 3 men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
Alright, if that's what you say. So this is Lady Brackenstall. Not quite 25, is from a wealthy Australian family. And she has suffered physical violence over the course of the last fortnight. The lady lives a solitary lifestyle, seldom venturing outside. Okay, this is her maid. Teresa is very attached to her mistress. She's the only resident servant at Abbey Grange. Cooking for, serving and nursing Lady Brackenstall. She would not hesitate to protect her in the event of any trouble. So let's just assume that both of them are clear. Oh right, I'm supposed to. Oh, awesome. It brought me right to her. So please open the safe.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it. Your ladyship?
Oh crap. I need to figure out the combination to this.
Let us try to open this safe. This safe can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
I don't see it vibrating at all. Nope. Nope. I'm just gonna try every single number. Oh, come on. There's gotta be a better way to do this. What if I take my controller? Maybe the controller will vibrate if I play with it. Let's just try. Oh, there we go. Oh, but the controller isn't vibrating. Okay, so this is one number. Another, and there we go. Oh my, he's loaded.
It is common practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like they took
Antique
anything.
coins, possibly of value, but they're scattered without care.
It doesn't seem like they took anything from the safe. There's a medical report. Sir Eustace, your current physical and mental state is of great concern. There are several signs of hepatic decompensation. The last time that we met, your eyes were bloodshot and your skin was tinged with yellow. There is a particular odor from your breath that is common in those suffering from liver damage. So if he's been a heavy drinker, that explains that, the liver damage. Then there are the lung abscesses that we have discussed. The leg cramps. Oh god, this guy's medical history is terrible. Evolving cirrhosis of the liver. Yeah, that sucks for him. Pancreatic malady. Okay, so he has some serious medical problems.
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one?
Let's try opening it and seeing to see what it says on the back of the pic. Okay.
So the lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Alright. A year and a half. And she's been married for a year. Well, let's see what she has to say now. So tell me about the history of violence
Sir
in this
Eustace's
household.
doctor speaks of his violent behaviour.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress. Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead, but a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was especially hard for her.
So yeah, I do feel for them both, but they really have a motive to get rid of her husband. She particularly, she seems kind of weirdly obsessed with her well-being. It's like selflessness gone too far.
what a horrible thing to have happened.
Okay, so let's check out the first deduction screen. So she had no personal life and was from Australia. No acquaintance. Lady Brackenstall married Sir Eustace shortly after arriving in England and remained at home during that time. There is little possibility that she or her maid are acquainted with anyone in the country. Acquainted with a sailor. A lady is acquainted with someone from the Rock of Gibraltar. Well, she could be acquainted with someone, so I'm gonna go with this. I doubt it, she didn't meet anyone. Oh, that's it. Okay. So let's assume she's been acquainted with a sailor. Now I can change this around later on, so for now I'm just gonna leave it here. As I said, I'm gonna try to pay more attention to the deductions here.
Oh, what a horrible thing.
My mistress is very tired. Can't you allow her to her room?
Yeah, sure. Go. I don't need you anymore. Alright. I guess that's it for this room. Let's try talking to Lestrade. So tell me about the reputation this guy had.
What do you know about Sir Eustace,
He doesn't
Inspector?
seem like a
What
decent
was
guy.
his reputation?
A charming man when sober, but an absolute demon when he was drunk. In such moments he was apparently capable of anything. Why, once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and set it alight. Another day he threw a decanter of wine at Miss Wright's head.
The
Jesus.
alcohol seemed to madden him.
To the point that we were forced to intervene several times to avoid a scandal.
Like, so he's a dick. Yeah, domestic violence. Obviously there was domestic violence in this place. Now, she says there were 3 people that came in the house and killed him. One of them was an elderly man with broad shoulders. And that could be a lie. If we take in account the history, the violent history of this household. But okay. Let me go check out the... Okay, so I have the Rock of Gibraltar, 1893. Inspect a crime scene. Inspect a room where I still didn't inspect this room all the way through, so I'm probably missing something. Something important here. I'm gonna... Oh, there we go. I missed this part. The Times. Let's see what the newspapers say. Family business booming. The Randall gang is back on the street. Less than a fortnight ago, this infamous family of burglars, the Randalls as they're known, made their appearance by the way of brutal but successful intrusion into one of the wealthier homes in Sydenham. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, I'm just gonna skim through it. The elder, Jack Randall, is a man in his 40s and already grey-haired. Alright, so this is telling me William, Melvin. The gang is known for their exceptionally brutal pirate career, sorry. Alright, so maybe they didn't. But seeing as they were pirates and they came on a boat, they could be connected
The
somehow.
description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
Alright. It does seem like a coincidence, but... It seems the criminals are well known. Randall's blamed. The robbery was faked, and this whole story invented in order to blame Sir Eustace. Eustace's death on the Randalls. The testimonies and evidence match and point to the Randall gang. Well, I'm kinda confused because it doesn't seem like they stole anything. So let's just believe the weeping widow for now, but later on I might change this. there's more evidence and stuff. Okay, so let's go check out the crime scene now. Oh, nothing.
You should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
Seems like he was a hunter.
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me.
Oh, come on.
A fur trader's cabin.
Let me try that again.
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone.
The bell rope was cut. I am gonna check the room first, and then I'm gonna check the body. Oh, sorry.
Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me.
Oh, awesome. I guess I'm gonna...
This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall was tied to.
I'm gonna use my trusty dog, Toby, in this case. Awesome.
These wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France. This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen. An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents. A bottle of wine is missing here. The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware.
Alright.
This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there. The hunting scene. A decanter standing next to the open bottle. An inseparable pair indeed. Chateau Calon Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru. This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured. This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other two are clear.
Yeah. Alright, let's check out the body.
So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
That must be the murder weapon.
Yep, that's the murder weapon.
Quite a large stick, a formidable weapon. Barefoot, he had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress. The head was cracked with the force of the blow.
His head was cracked. Oh, there's blood on the grate.
It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
So right now, it doesn't seem like the criminals are particularly good, because they only stole the silverware. And they didn't even try to go upstairs to see what else is in the house.
A deer hunt.
Let me try to deduce something from this. And this B-swing thing, I'm not completely certain what it is. There were 3 people drinking wine out of these glasses. One of the 3 probably prefers wine with B-swing. There were 2 people drinking wine out of these glasses. The remaining glass with the B-swing consisted solely of the dregs from the other 2 glasses. Well, that seems kind of more likely. Like B-swing, I'm not completely certain what that is. I think it's like the... Well, this is just me talking out of my ass, but I think it's like the little remains of... well, the dregs, yeah. Okay, so my theory is that there were 2 people drinking wine. Now if I... oh, okay, I won't go into this anymore. I'll come back to this after I hear the whole story, and then I'll come back to this and redo some deductions. But for now, let's just leave it like this. So there's a band poker, and this is a thing. The death of Sir Eustace could have been due to a poker blow. Could have been. Fireplace. He could have hit his head on the fireplace too. The death of Sir Eustace could have been due to his accidentally striking his head on a fireplace grate, or a poker blow. So yeah, it's more like it's a deadly accident. At least it seems like that. Okay, let's go back. So this knotted rope, it was tied with a sailor's knot. And that implies that the ladies either learned how to tie those knots or were acquainted with a sailor who later on came to the house and used his knot. Okay. I collect Toby from Baker Street and follow the same path. Okay, so I guess we're done here. We're now supposed to go to Baker Street to fetch our trusty dog, Toby. Oh, I'm gonna, while I'm here, I'm gonna go back and talk to the ladies about the... Where's this place flooded? Or is it like... It seems like there's water on the floor. Okay, doesn't matter. Let me just see if maybe I can talk to them about their wine drinking habits. Alright, so tell me about the glasses on the table.
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
Your ladyship?
Okay, so she has an excuse for everything.
Please leave my Mary alone. She suffered so much, she deserves some rest.
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
Alright, so let's go back to Baker Street and fetch Toby.
I've searched outside for footprints without any luck.
Oh, I didn't know I could go outside. So this is the mansion. Okay, I don't think there's anything of importance here. Well, maybe, I'm gonna still check it out here. I wonder if I can get inside this little greenhouse. Nope, or maybe just not yet. This is a little... Well... Alright, that's fine. Let's go back to Baker Street. So yeah, my deductions are all over the place. That's fine. I'm gonna redo them. Hey there, buddy.
Come on, Toby. We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case.
Talk.
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cuts.
Okay, so now what? Well, I guess I have to give him the rope somehow. Maybe I'm supposed to analyze it here. Yeah, examine the rope.
Let us see how the rope was cut. The fibers at the end of the rope are smoothly cut. Let us try to find out what tool was used to cut the rope.
Kinda looks like it was cut by a pair of scissors.
The fibers from this cut appear to be different.
Oh, no. It's like a pair of cutters was used.
The fibers from this cut appear to be different.
Oh wow, it's neither. Do I have a knife or something? Let's try a knife.
If I cut the rope with a knife, it matches the original.
Alright. So the rope was cut by a knife. The rope was cut once by with a sharp knife and tied quickly in sailor's knots that could indicate that the intruder had a sailor's background. That's true. Let me just check this person. Collect Toby from Baker Street and follow the sentry.
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cuts.
Let's try going back with Toby. Awesome, there he is.
Search, Toby.
No, I'm the dog, I guess. Where's the sunshine? This is pretty neat. I wasn't expecting this. They went, yeah, to the greenhouse here. A little tool shed or something. Oh, nope.
The intruders entered the shed for some reason when they were making off with the silverware.
They decided to go here, I guess. Yep. Here. And they dropped something in the well. It appears.
The scent leads to the well. I should check it.
Okay, so I have to go well. I guess they hopped the fence after the well or something.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall. The criminals left the house through the French window. They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route.
Alright, so let's check out the shed.
Bags of seed. Some empty bags were recently moved. This hook might be useful. Bags of seed.
Oh, I inspected those.
Small gardening tools. Nothing of great interest. This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty.
Okay. Now let's go to the well. So I'm pretty sure they dropped something inside the well. Yeah, glittering object.
There's something glittering at the bottom there, but how can I reach it?
Well, it's pretty simple. Remove this, attach the hook.
Silverware. This is hardly a coincidence. The Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the stolen silverware.
This is like, why would they hide the silver there? So robbery is confirmed as the motive for the crime. The criminals may have plans to return for the silverware that they dumped. The robbery could have been imitated to explain Sir Eustace's death. The silverware was not supposed to be found. Yet this is my theory, that the robbery was imitated. Alright. Oh, I guess there's a bit more deductions to do. Just maybe I made a bunch of wrong conclusions here, but let me just go back. Oh, what was this red? Could have been a glitch. Yeah, it's a glitch. Examine the body. Let me try talking to the ladies again. I found your silverware.
We found your silverware, Lady Brackenstall. It had not been taken very far.
Is that true? I am very thankful to you, Mr. Holmes.
Your ladyship?
Oh, what a horror.
Let's see what she has to say. So,
We found your mistress's silverware.
Oh, that's good news. You really are as clever as they say.
Indeed.
I'm not completely certain what I'm supposed to make of this. Well, let's see what he has to say, and I'm gonna do the opposite because this guy seems like a complete, like he doesn't seem like a really good detective.
Inspector, I have recovered the stolen silverware.
You are a wizard, Mr. Holmes. And where is it?
In the garden well.
Excuse me?
Unique, isn't it?
Rather absurd. What is the point of stealing silverware and then throwing it down into a well?
Perhaps it was used as a temporary hiding place, or simply the thieves wanted to get rid of it. It is up to us to solve this mystery.
Yep, that's for sure. Let me just go back to the shop once more. I don't think there's anything more here, but just in case. Alright. So let's see what we can do. No clues? Okay. So the rope indicates that the intruder had a sailor's background. There were 3 people drinking wine out of these glasses. One of the 3 probably prefers wine with beeswax. There were 2 people drinking wine. Okay. Robbery is confirmed as the motive for the crime. The criminals may have plans to return. I doubt it. Rental gang. Right, I believe the robbery was faked. So I'm gonna... I kinda believe it was an accident. Actually, there is little possibility that she or her maid are acquainted with anyone in the country. Also, I think her maid doesn't know anything. Oh god, this is... it all points to a domestic accident. The death of Sir Eustace was an accident caused by a struggle with his wife. Her maid killed Sir Eustace and attempted to cover their crime, and they deserve to be treated as criminals. Oh wow. I am not certain. Let me just... Can't believe this, I can already conclude the case. I said I'm not gonna rush this, so... Randall gang. Physical and mental concerns. It's his medical history. This is his letter he sent to me. We can go check the safe once again before coming, before concluding anything, because I'm pretty sure I'm missing something. It seems too simple to be true. Maybe I'm just overanalyzing. Maybe I'm just overanalyzing, but it seems to me like the widow did it. Oh crap, sorry. Yep, no money's missing. Coins are here, money's here, everything is like here.
Please.
Nope. Nope.
It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation. That must be the murder weapon. The head was cracked with the force of the blow.
Alright, so I guess I'm gonna redo my conclusions a little bit. Let's just say that it wasn't an accident, that it could have been due to a poker blow. So I have this now. Sir Eustace was murdered by the one person who was visiting that night. It was he who tied up Lady Brackenstall. He's tall and strong. It seems an acquaintance. So they are acquainted with somebody. Alright. So it was probably a sailor. Yeah, this seems like more likely. Okay, so my next task is to search for possible sailor suspects. I'm gonna go talk to the ladies again. I'm pretty sure she was sick and tired of him hitting her and beating her, pushing her around, so she hired a sailor.
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
Please.
Well, maybe if he doesn't know anything,
Holmes,
then I'm gonna go home. I mean to Baker Street, and I'm gonna look through the archives. Maybe that holds the key to the sailor. I don't know. This seems like a theory worth checking out. The person who's visiting is probably a sailor. Yeah, that's what I believe. Yeah, it should be in the archives. In the newspaper section, the year was 1893. There we go. So the Rock of Gibraltar, 6-month voyage through India, New Zealand and Australia. The ship brought to England Miss Mary Fraser, the heiress of the Fraser family, owning land and tin mines in Australia. This reportedly beautiful young lady is presently engaged to Sir Eustace Brackenstall, one of the wealthiest gentlemen in Kent. Okay.
Here it is.
So we have the entry for the boats they came on. And we have a new task for Wiggins. The address. Alright.
The shipping company, the Adelaide, Southampton, London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
Let's call in the specialists.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I need a register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893 and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
Here it is, Mr. Holmes. But we can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
I left it right on the table for you, sir.
Oh. This tape.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor. And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide, Southampton, London Line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th.
Departure, arrival on November the 12th. So I'm looking for somebody who was there November the 7th. January. Okay, so it was someone from here. I believe so, because they departed at November the 10th, murder date is November the 7th, 1894, yeah, and they arrived on May 17th. Okay, so I'm just gonna see which one matches. Hooper, Wilk, Stewart, June, Harmon, Davison, Chalmers, Crocker. So Crocker was there?
Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
Partridge, Southward. Okay, there doesn't seem to be anyone else.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor.
I'm just double checking. Jack Crocker is the only one that matches. So they departed in October and arrived in March. So there was nobody here, definitely. So these guys departed on May 6th and arrived November. Will arrive November 12th. So they are currently on the way, I guess. These guys departed in October. So they departed before the murder. Oh, so maybe I'm supposed to...
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime.
I'm supposed to...
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime. Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
Alright.
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved. This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
Alright.
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved. This officer is still at sea,
so that leaves
therefore
me with
he
Mr. Jack
cannot be
Crocker.
involved. Captain Jack Crocker is our mysterious visitor. He was the only one around at the time of the murder.
Awesome stuff. Call Crocker.
This Crocker, do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him.
Okay, Wiggins. Please help.
Wiggins, Could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
I'm gonna inspect them first. Just to, maybe it will open up some new dialogue options or something. Oh, that's telling me he's sensitive to injustice. Strong build. Clean boots. Sea knife. So that could have been the knife that he used to cut the rope.
You
See
are
what his
acquainted
connection
with
is
Lady
with
Mary Brackenstall,
Lady Brackenstall,
are you
yes.
not?
Yes, I think I do remember her. From when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You... and what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right if there was no evidence.
What then?
Well, I think you tied her up.
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Well, you used sailor's knots, after all.
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So, it's a sailor who's done it. That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Sharp. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
At night.
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Well, this guy has an alibi.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No. There is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Now I understand why you dissected the bell rope.
Alright, let me just check this out shortly. Crocker is a fine man of the sea, aged in his 40s. He's a capable, honest man and well educated despite not being very wealthy. He was in haste and still he read the morning newspaper and cleaned his boots before heading out. Alright, I guess I have to... So, Crocker is lying. His involvement is clear. He appeared as soon as he heard that I was looking for him, thus signaling his guilt. Captain Crocker was aboard the Sharp on the night of the murder. He was not afraid to confront me. He had a confident demeanor. So this means he's confident in his alibi. But I do think he's involved, so I'm just gonna go with this. And see, the captain is the killer. Do I have any proof? Like, Jack Crocker is a murderer, and you will bring him and his accomplice Lady Brackenstall to justice. The murder was committed in self-defense. Jack Crocker defended a woman against a violent and dipsomaniacal man. The mystery is solved, but you decide to keep it secret. There is no need to inform the police. I am gonna continue the investigation. I do believe he's the killer. But before anything, I want to go back and talk to the ladies again. One more time. To see what they have to say about their involvement with Captain Crocker. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to give me something.
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
Please.
They're not gonna say anything. Nope, he isn't gonna say anything either. Okay, let me just check everything once again. I'm like pretty certain he's the guy who did it. I'm pretty sure he did it. Let's just check this out again. So, two people? What? Two people what? There were two people drinking wine out of the glasses. The remaining glass with the beeswing consisted solely of the dregs. Alright? So there were two people drinking wine. A murderous visitor. There was domestic violence. He had a sailor background. They killed him by a poker blow. Randall's blamed. Yeah, they were just blamed for it. First sailor, the captain was the killer. Crocker's involvement. Okay, this is... Yeah, I think he's lying. Arrest Captain Crocker. Crocker is a murderer, and you will bring him and his accomplice Lady Brackenstall to justice. The murder was committed in self-defense. Jack Crocker defended a woman against a violent and dipsomaniacal man. The mystery is solved, but you decide to keep it secret. There is no need to inform the police. Well, I think I'm gonna go with absolve, because he was the guy who was killed was a violent man, Sir Eustace, and this guy was trying to save the Lady Brackenstall. All right, so let's just. Okay, I'm not gonna do anything yet. I'm gonna continue the investigation, go back to Baker Street, and see if I can talk to Wiggins once again. So I don't want to rush this, because last time I rushed it a bit and had to redo the decision. And I said I won't redo my choices again, my deductions again. So the plan is to talk to Wiggins, and if he can't do anything, I'm gonna... oh, I guess I can't talk to Wiggins at all.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Alright, well, I guess I hit a wall, so I'm just gonna absolve him, but I do think he's the murderer. Yep, that's my choice. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know, because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear. And it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
Oh crap. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Shit. Oh, that was close. I
Please
moved away
forgive
from
me,
the
Captain
keyboard.
Crocker. I wished only to test your sincerity, and your words and deeds have far exceeded my expectations. See here, Captain Crocker, we'll do this in due form of law. You are the prisoner. Watson, you are a British jury. Captain Crocker, the evidence shows that you acted without premeditation and used reasonable force to protect an innocent victim from her husband's brutality. Your devotion pushed you to attempt to kill yourself in order to protect the one you love. Now, what say you, gentlemen of the jury?
Not guilty, my lord.
Vox populi, vox dei. You are acquitted, Captain Crocker. So long as the law does not find some other victim, you are safe from me.
Mr. Holmes.
It is a great responsibility that I take upon myself, but I will give Lestrade an excellent lead, and if he can't avail himself of it, I can do no more. Come back to your lady in a year, and may her future and yours justify us in the judgment which we have pronounced this night. Inspector, I'm afraid that the murderers have escaped us.
What? Do you mean to tell me that you failed? Never thought I'd live to see the day.
I mentioned the murderers, not the case. It is obvious that the crime was committed by 3 criminals who cannot be the Randalls.
You really think so?
You only need to find a gang of 3 thugs wandering around. I can trust you to do that.
If they exist, I'll catch them.
You'll find someone, I have no doubt of it. Goodbye, Inspector.
Awesome. So Sir Eustace Sir Eustace was murdered by Captain Jack Crocker. They staged it as a robbery. Crocker defended a woman against a violent man. You have decided to keep it a secret. Yeah, I'm happy with this. And I got the right conclusion, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna do another case. I'm just gonna go take a short bathroom break and be right back. And I'm back. I'm just gonna have a short. I'm gonna stop the stream to rename it, and then I'm gonna resume it right away. So it's gonna take just a second for me to start a new recording, because when I upload this to YouTube, I want it to be separate by case. Okay, so I'm just gonna go stop it, rename it, and then come back.